Well, it's very busy here in Mid Calder. I'm going to go up the back way over the park to get to where I want to be in the centre of Mid Calder. There we go. Bit of a peck coming up the hill there. Calder Bank, Calder Wood and Oakbank. A wee bit steep this, and it's loose, so I'm just being fairly careful. This is now Calderwood, and this is where Murieston water and Linhouse water converge. And then a wee bit further downstream, just back from where I started, they merge with the River Almondell. Oof. All that bracken just waiting to reinvigorate itself in the summer. Quite high above the river here. There's a way down there. It's nice to be riding through old natural woodland. Instead of the planted stuff that was planted 60 years ago for fast growth and harvesting. So we're sort of riding along the top of the one side of the Linhouse Water Valley. On this track through Calder Wood. Love the gnarly old trees. Can hear the water down below, can't see it. Just enjoying the peace and quiet through here. I say peace and quiet, you can still hear traffic in the distance. Motor vehicles are such a noisy buggers. Oh, there's another human being. To be honest, I'm not even sure where I am going at this stage. Someone else. Hello. Hi. I've only ever come through here going in the other direction. And some of these paths are quite recent. So to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to be turning around to go back and find the path I was intending to be on. I think I may have taken a bit of a long way round, but not to worry. I need to cross under the A71, which is the road over to the right there, and the crossing is up ahead of me. Yep, there's a roadie. And this will take me down to the crossing. There we go. Oh, we've got to go uphill. There you go. E-bike or not, that wee hill was almost too much for it. Doggies. You alright, thanks. Yeah. Right, that's the dodgy bit done and dusted. Now we're coming round the back of Oakbank Industrial Estate. Oh boy, the gorse is out. Sweet, sickly smell in the air. Aye. Now I can go right to take me down to Murieston, or I can go left and around the Linbank circular. It's a bit boring. I have done it before, not sure if I put up a video about it. So we've been following Lynn water pretty much to our left, and this wee path takes us down to Murieston, and we'll join up with Murieston water again. And this is the difference between natural forest and manufactured planted forest, planted with non-native trees for harvesting, and these look well and truly overdue for harvesting. Thank you. So if I'd gone round the Lynn House circular, I'd go my way up there and back and come down to this point here. So I've just really cut it out. And now we've just got a wee short section on the road here. Not the best surface, this road. And down here I get to the end of Robin's Lane. And we're back onto the path. I wonder if that goes up somewhere. Interesting. Now we come down here, Murieston Park, Murieston Water and the Murieston Trail. I suppose the Murieston Trail is properly perhaps going up along the top of the trees there. And this is Murieston Water Path. Now let's go along this way, we'll go along to Bell's Quarry. I'll maybe stop somewhere on the way for a wee drink of water and a biscuit or whatever it is I'll go with me. Eh dear, trees that they come down. Murieston Water. Lovely, peaceful. Put you up a wee bit. There you go. You could go higher, but I'll leave you like that. Get a wee look down at the water there. And listen to it for a second and the birds. Lovely. Now, we've had a bit of rain recently, so the ground is a little bit muddy. I'm still recovering to some extent with the injury I obtained the last time I tried doing something silly on muddy ground. It's about 2 or 3 videos ago. So I'm being very careful. There's been a few trees succumbed to the wind over the winter. few, quite a lot. I suspect one or two of these have actually been cut down. This is a particularly lovely ride in autumn, as you can imagine, with all the trees. But it's really a lovely ride at any time of the year. Right, across the river again. I'm feeling quite thirsty. It's the stone seat and there's a metal seat. That's a bit more shelter. Let's go over there. This looks like it's a shortcut for the horses. Come down here. Right. See if I can get this perched. Well, it looks like the sun's disappeared. So there's no danger of sunburn. Let's see. There we go, got a biscuit. Right, I'm going to have my wee flapjack. And a wee drink. Well, I just enjoy the peace. And I'll set up this camera. Which is my Sony ZV-1. I bought this as a vlogging camera. But it's not that great as a vlogging camera. The image stabilisation kind of works and kind of doesn't work, and the focal length is perhaps just a wee bit long for sort of arm's length video, but it's quite a nice wee camera for getting a shot further away. Well, I hope you enjoyed that wee ride through from Mid Calder to we're at the end of the Murieston Trail here, through Calder Wood and along the Murieston water path. Very pleasant, lovely wee ride that. Quite enjoy it. I've sometimes asked about local rides and people joining local rides. There's a group that meets once a month. It's called the Livy 20 Milers. They do very gentle social rides. They meet at the Oakbank Park Centre first Saturday of every month during the sort of summery, springy to autumny months, and they head out for a ride usually 16 to 20 miles long, very gentle, and usually it gets cancelled if the weather's poor or forecast to be poor. The ride that had been scheduled to open the programme for this year was the beginning of this month, and it was cancelled on the promise of a poor weather forecast, which came to be, and it's probably just as well we didn't go. But that route was going to be going out from Howden, out through Calderwood in the opposite direction from the direction that we've just come. I just wanted to thank folk, the folk who watched my video. A few weeks ago, I posted a video where I recorded my upending on a muddy path, where I pulled muscles. I thought at first that I'd torn ligaments, but I think hadn't quite. I've had torn ligaments before. The feeling of like a golf ball going up the inside of your leg, which I seem to remember laid me low for about 4 weeks I couldn't walk without a stick. But I think I got away with just a sort of pulled muscle, and after a few days of hobbling about with a stick, I was back as normal. My leg's still just a wee bit, the muscle's still just a bit swollen, but it's not preventing me from getting out and about, and certainly not from riding my bike, which is great. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who for your kind comments. I'm sure they were all well meant. It's maybe not a bad thing to show these upendings every now and again. It's not always everything isn't always sunshine. So anyway, I'm wittering on. I should just say thank you very much for riding with me. I hope you've enjoyed today's ride, and ride with me again. Lost in Living.